Hello and welcome back. We are finishing off our Prime Access trio with Kogake Prime, and this is a sparring weapon. Now, it's sad to say it's the same as all other sparring weapons. They do weird and wacky things. The stances are frigging horrible unless you are one of the absolute fanboys. This one makes it like Eddie Gordo from Tekken, which is fun. It does have the highest base damage of all sparring weapons, mainly because it's a prime sparring weapon, and compared to other sparring weapons, as well as fist weapons in general, it does have a slightly greater range than the majority of them, but still it's a sparring slash fist weapon, so the range is fuck all. The polarity does suit the Brutal Tide stance, however if you don't have Brutal Tide you can always go for Grim Fury, which is more my preferred stance, but I'm not going to sit there and form other stance just to have something that I prefer when I'm not going to be using it anyway. And it does have a stupidly high attack speed, so for those volt vault thingies that you just want to go absolutely mental for, because you can dehook your mouse wheel and do a little bit of, with your wheel, you're friggin' away. Now, compared to Kogake itself, it does get a bit weird because they've basically made it more of a status weapon than a crit weapon, and it does obviously still have its 5-point riven disposition. Now for me, the massive thing was it came with 3 polarities already on it. It was the V polarity, which was amazing, by the way. Just meant very little former building, as well as the fact that it's also a mastery rank 10 weapon. So let's go into the stats. The total damage is 70, of which 70% roughly is impact. It's got a critical chance of 16, critical multiplier of 1.8, and a status chance of 34. Now I've actually not really built full status at all due to the simple fact that the attack speed is absolutely mental, and it's got a pretty decent base status chance anyway, so you're going to get a status proc at some point. Now it will chew through enemies of a high level very quickly, one due to damage scaling, due to attack speed, and obviously blood rush, as well as the simple fact that it hits so freaking quick. Adding in the status procs and condition overload, you can build up damage really fast, so much so that it just chews through things amazingly quick, as well as the bonuses from Brutal Tide itself, knocking them down, getting the ground finisher, adding in that damage multiplier. It just becomes a completely stupid spinning twirling mess where it just chews through so many things so freaking quickly. My main problem is it is single target, so if I did not have my warframe set to invulnerability, I would have died 1,000 times by now. It is a good weapon, it just does not suit my playstyle, which is one of the reasons I will not be using it, but there are a lot of people that do love these weapons, and for good reason. They are massively powerful. Like I said, they're just not my sort. I'm more of a scythe guy. I like my scythes. So these weapons are very much worth it. I do recommend getting this at some point in the game, whether it be through the Prime Access or farming it. Farming is probably the better and cheaper option, obviously. And hopefully you do actually enjoy them. Now there is one thing I have left out because I don't really see the point of this. It's a little bit of a gimmick, it's a bit of a passive. You get 5% increase in movement speed while wearing these, while you have them out in active melee mode. Wow, 5%. Anyway, the build I've gone for is Primed Fever Strike, Shocking Touch, Organ Shatter, Primed Pressure Point, Primed Fury, Drifting Contact, Blood Rush, and Condition Overload. As you can see that with this set build, it is a one former build, and it will give me a grand total of 47% status chance, which is useful. Now if you don't want to use Organ Shatter to keep up your scaling with Blood Rush, you can probably go for something like Healing Return or Life Strike if you feel maybe having a bit of extra survivability, because like I said, they're single target. You're probably going to get killed if you keep spinning. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!